What's up? What's up? Happy Saturday. Hi. We're also streaming live on TikTok as well. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to our TikTok, make sure you do so at the Sammy Nicole and Fifi show. For our YouTube people, hello, hello, hello. We came a little bit early tonight, y'all. We wasn't on CP time. We came early. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. If you're new to our channel, we are the Sammy Nicole and Fifi show. We are a dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube, and we're the only dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube. And on our channel, we discuss all things love, life, relationships. Hey, Queen Lily. A little bit of pop culture as well from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammy Nicole, and the Gen X perspective, my oh so beautiful mother. We typically like to go live each and every Thursday and Saturday night, 7 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. Heavy on the ish. We're currently streaming live on TikTok as well. So if you see us looking back and forth, that is why, okay? As you're coming into the live, if you could please double tap the screen to like this video, or in the upper right hand corner, click on the three dots and hit the like button. Please be sure to share. If you're watching the replay gang, hey girl, hey boy, hey. Please make sure you hit the like button down below. All right. Also, please make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. So please make sure you follow us there. We do follow back. Also, please make sure you subscribe to Fifi's YouTube channel if you want to get strictly Gen X content. Hey everyone, please make sure you
hey y'all,
subscribe to her channel. She goes live each and every Sunday. She basically talks about all things Gen X. So if you don't want to see me, you don't want to hear no crazy millennials talking, you can go to her channel and just get strictly Gen X. So she goes live each and every Sunday for Sensational Sunday. We're also streaming live on TikTok. So if you see us looking back and forth, that is why. So please just bear with us. We're trying something out new to go live and stream simultaneously. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into disclaimers. First things first, everything we're going to say tonight is allegedly. Everything we're going to say tonight is allegedly. Even our names are allegedly. Secondly, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Again, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay, boom. We got that out the way. All right.
Hi TikTok. If you all could come in and like the live, let's get our likes up while we are on this live. Hit the like, hit the like. Let's bring our likes up, TikTok. Hey y'all. Support our first live on TikTok, the Sammy Nicole and Fifi show. We are a dynamic mother and daughter duo.
Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
All right, let's get started.
Okay.
What we talking about?
Okay, tonight, y'all, I wanted to talk a little bit about, we wanted to talk a little bit about Steven tWitch Boss and Travis Hunter. Are y'all familiar with Steven tWitch Boss? He's a very popular and famous American choreographer. He was on So You Think You Can Dance, and all those different dance shows. He was also on the Ellen DeGeneres show as well. And what was it, last year he unfortunately unalived himself, and he had, he left behind a wife and a family, and currently he's been in the news now. His wife, Allison Holker, has recently came out with a tell-all book, basically just kind of sharing intimate details about their life together, their marriage. She also talked about how she's alleging that Steven tWitch Boss was battling addiction, and that also she revealed that he dealt with some child abuse, and she said she learned about that by going through his personal journal after his passing. And she basically shared that she went through some things through his stuff after he passed away, and she found some very surprising things about her husband. So the big uproar is the fact that, one, she came out with this tell-all book, and then two, Steven tWitch's family is mad that she made them sign an NDA in order to attend his funeral. So it's been a big hoopla about that, and people are criticizing Allison Holker because she's, promoting her book with Steven. They're talking about, her experience with him, and they feel like she's not showing enough empathy during her interviews, and they feel like she's exposing too much about her husband.
How to mod you, call me darling.
Yeah, and she's basically they're basically upset with her. What you think about that?
Well, we know that a book was coming, right? We knew a book was coming. We're not surprised about the book. We knew the book was coming, and this whole thing, the way his death occurred.
Let's see. They said Michelle said this is just wild. Cass said I'm not sure what she's trying to accomplish. Michelle said it should have just left at the world not knowing anything. The tall diva said she even put her child out, her oldest child out there, shaking my head. Miss MJ said it's a money grab.
I'm not surprised that it happened the way it happened. This whole thing has been really strange with me. The way things took place with him, it was strange from the beginning. I really don't think, what they say happened to him happened. I think it's more to it. Some people were saying that she may have had something to do with it.
Allegedly.
Everything we say is allegedly.
Because we don't know these people.
Because we don't know these people, okay? Mm-hmm. We don't know these people. But my take on it is, I think that she might have had something to do with it. Okay, so now she got this book coming out, and she's telling all. Now, before the book came out, he was just this wonderful man. Mm-hmm. He was a wonderful husband, a wonderful father,
provider, partner.
He was a great provider.
Everybody had great things to say about him.
Right.
He was great with children. He was a great entertainer. Just an all-around awesome, wonderful man.
Right.
And now that he's transitioned, God rest his soul, she's now wanting to reveal some of the things that she experienced in her marriage to him.
Right.
And some things that have left her confused after his passing, things that she wasn't initially privy to.
Right. Oh. So she initially didn't know.
She's saying there were some things about Twitch that she didn't know about, and she said it wasn't until he passed she was going through their closet and she found some very interesting things.
So what
that
is she insinuating? What y'all think she insinuating? Oh, thank you for the rose.
I personally feel, and you know what? I feel torn. I feel like why now? This man has passed away from unaliving himself. It's the assumption that he was dealing with some mental health issues. Why put all of that out about him now?
Yeah.
But she said that it's been therapeutic. She said the reason she did the tell-all book is because it's therapeutic for her. And it's a way for her to express herself and share her experience, and it's a part of her healing journey. So do you think we had a right to tell his wife, his widow, how to heal? What do y'all think?
When you love somebody and you lose
the tall diva said they said she remarried already.
No! What? She remarried already? What?
Michelle said she just don't seem genuine to me.
Not to me. That's what I was just finna say. I don't think
remarried?
She's genuine. What? Oh, thanks for the TikTok love, y'all. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. She's married already?
Yeah, when you put your business out in the street. Yeah, it's my business. Exactly.
Let me see. LSW Smile said, I understand she has to support herself, but unless Twitch have her permission to publish his diary, it's a no for me. Yeah, I do feel like that was an invasion of privacy for her to share what was in his journal, his private journal.
Yeah.
I don't think that was cool. Let me see. Michelle said, I hope I'm not being too raw, but our culture, we are private and we protect our family.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so you
and
basically
then that's
saying,
your husband. You're grieving over him. Why now? Why now? Do you all think it's the time for her to put up? If that's your husband and you truly loved him, we all know that when people pass, that things come out, right?
Right.
But this was her life partner. This was her husband, right?
Right.
So why all of a sudden she wants to make money, make this book? I don't get that.
I don't get that either. And I'm pretty sure he probably did what was necessary to make sure that the family was okay. But there's also some talk about her not protecting his legacy.
Okay, so she been shady. Okay.
Okay. So the whole issue is that she's not protecting him. She's not protecting his legacy. And now she's going back and forth because his family is calling her out. His mom was very upset. His cousins, sisters were upset about having to sign an NDA. She made them sign an NDA to attend his funeral.
To attend his funeral?
To attend his funeral. Queen Lily said allegedly she was the one on Drew.
So she was the one, Queen, that had the issues going on, because she tried to make like it was him that had the problem, and I heard that allegedly.
Let me see. Elder said that tells us she is covering herself by throwing Twitch under the bus. Cass said not seeing anything online that says she's been married, but who knows? Yes, Queen Lily, his own mother had to sign an NDA. So that's
his own mother.
So that's when all hell broke loose, because his family member have been on social media, Instagram, TikTok, speaking out against her and calling her out. And so her oldest daughter, I think she like 18, 19, she came out and she clapped back at the family and everybody on Instagram, basically in support of her mother. I think her Allison Holker is the wife's name.
Thank you.
She has an older child, I guess, from a previous relationship. And her oldest daughter clapped back on people on social media, like basically what my mom did was not wrong. And basically explaining why, Twitch's family is over egging the situation and why they're in the wrong and not her.
His own mother?
Yes, she made.
Oh, it would have been a problem. It would have been a problem.
Yes. Yes. And yes, the tall diva, the autopsy showed that allegedly Twitch had no drugs in his system at the time of his passing.
How awful is that to make his mom
sign an NDA
to come to the funeral? That is crazy to me.
That's traumatizing.
Very traumatizing. Who does that?
Let me see what they're saying on TikTok. Hey, y'all.
Hey. Thanks.
Somebody
for
said
joining.
hell would have broke loose. Miss MJ says she will be dealt with. Cass says she's dating. Okay, but then
she's just dating, y'all.
She's dating after her husband's passing, and that's another point. People feel like she's not showing enough grief and not enough emotions. And I can empathize with how his family feel. I can't imagine my loved one passing away and their spouse making me sign an NDA. That would break me down if somebody wanted me to do that for my family member. But I also feel like too, y'all, according to Allison, she is alleging that this is what Twitch would have wanted.
So you think that's what he wanted?
She said that Twitch wouldn't have mind her speaking out. She said he would have been okay with it, and that, by her sharing his story, it would have potentially helped the next person who may have been going through something similar, whether it be addiction or abuse. Do y'all believe that?
I don't believe that.
I
believe all this is about money.
Is that something that he's talked about previously? He shared openly? Y'all let us know in the comments. But if not, I'm not sure that's something that he would have wanted to be made public, if that's not something that he previously talked about. Let me see. Queen Lily said, and she's saying he did drug when he had none in his system with that tree. Okay. Miss MJ said no. Georgia Peach said saying that he was addicted instead of using is what's damaging to his legacy. Okay, so you saying it's the verbiage that she's using, that's damaging his legacy.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yes.
Michelle said he seemed like a very private person. Okay,
yeah.
So he probably wouldn't have liked that.
I don't think he would have liked, and I think as his mother, she would have had a fight on her hand. She would have had a fight on her hand.
So this leads me into the next point, y'all. So this has been the talk all week about, Allison putting the tell-all book about her time with Twitch. And people are debating on social media if, women, in particular, if black women should be upset or not.
Right.
Because he chose to marry outside of his race.
Right.
What do y'all think about that? Some people are saying black women stay out of it. You know, this is not our fight. Let his family handle her, go back and forth with her. We need to stay out of it. Let's see, we got what? 100 people in the chat. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. What do y'all think about it? That has sparked just a whole nother debate on social media where some people feel like this is horrible. You know, there should be public outrage no matter what you look like. And then some people feel like, well, if you're a black woman, you need to mind your business and stay out of it because that's who he chose to marry. What do y'all think about that?
Well, you know we're not going to stay out of it as a black woman. You know we got to give our opinion.
Okay. Because people are really, like, split about this.
You know, I don't...
Some people say no, wrong is wrong.
Some people
say my name is Bennett, I'm not in it.
That's what he get for marrying her. You know, some people are like, well, I'm going to stay out of it. That's his situation. But for her to write a book so soon... Mm-hmm. I think that's a bit much. And I think it says that, you know, she was about the money because wasn't there something going on with financially with them as well?
Oh, I believe so.
Yeah, there was something going on with them financially as well, right?
So do you think maybe this is, so you think that's part of the reason why she may think this is what he wanted to help put their family in a better position financially? So maybe we should mind our business? What you think?
Because Ellen was trying to help her too, wasn't she?
Yeah, because he was on Ellen DeGeneres' show.
Ellen was trying to help her as well. So I think she's trying to get out of a hole because they were in some type of financial trouble.
Okay.
So I get that, but I don't,
DD Phoenix.
I don't get the part where she didn't let the mom had to sign off to come to the funeral. Now we would have had a fight. We would have been out there fighting about that.
Not fighting at the funeral.
We would have been fighting at the funeral.
You would have fought at the funeral.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it would have been a problem. You gonna tell me I gotta sign off to come in my child? And we know that she, you know, as the wife, she had control. And y'all,
she has control. She
is the most difficult thing because I experienced that with the passing of my father, where my mom had total control, and I wanted to do something a little bit different, but I couldn't because she had total control. So I get that, but as far as having the mom sign off, that's a cold piece of work.
Yeah, it is.
That's a cold piece of work.
It is. But then, on the other hand, people feel like that was his wife. That's who he chose. So it is what it is. Whether it was a slap in the face to his family or not, that's who he chose. And you have to respect that. What do you say to that? What do y'all say to that?
That's who he chose, but still. So what? She thought something was going to be going on at the funeral that she didn't want them to talk about?
I guess she felt concerned about their behavior. She didn't know what they were going to say or do.
Oh, Lord. That's just crazy. That's crazy to me. You know, and I wonder what that leads me to ask this question. What type of relationship did she have with his mother?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Did the mom not like her?
And it had to be some tension and animosity between them.
Right, because she was supposed to get with the mom and work out the arrangements.
Right.
Out of respect to the mom, that being her child. So that leads me to think that maybe there was not a relationship that they had. Again, it sounds like Kobe. Yeah, like Kobe. Yeah.
That's a good point.
It
sounds like a repeat of Kobe Bryant's parents. Y'all remember, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant when he passed away? And all of that drama that his wife went through with his parents. Mm-hmm. And they were going back and forth. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. It does remind you of that.
Yes, it does. I mean, I think this shows the importance of who you choose
Ooh.
as a spouse. Let me read y'all comments and
Who you choose as a spouse.
Let's talk a little bit more about that. Let me see.
Hey, TikTok.
Queen Lily said, as his mom, my fist would be, it is what it is. Okay, so Queen Lily gonna fight.
Queen, you know Queen Lily always down for
the tall diva said, like my family would have been fighting. Hey, woman of wealth. Oh, hey. Lord. Not at the funeral, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Miss MJ said, everyone should boycott the book. Anna P said she was afraid they would expose his private life, yet she went on and did it. She just monetized it. Okay, so Anna P is saying she just beat them to the punch. She just
beat them to
They were going to put it out there anyway. Let me see. The tall diva said, as Kendrick said, they not like us. Let me see. Anna P said she wanted to make sure she was the one that got to monetize his life story. Georgia Peach said that's the difference when marrying outside the race. Traditions aren't upheld. So do y'all think that's the expectations then? If you're marrying somebody outside of your race, do they have to uphold the tradition? Because that's not, obviously she wasn't raised to keep family business in-house. So do you think because she was married to a black man, she had a duty to do that, even though she probably wasn't raised that way? You know, because not all of us are raised to under the ideology of whatever happens in this house stays in this house. So do y'all think she should have still adhered to that if she wasn't raised that way, just because she was married to tWitch, a black man? Let me see. Ebony said, my mom used to say, a daughter is a daughter all her life. A son is a son until he takes a wife.
Yeah.
That's deep. And I guess so true, given this situation. Let me see. Queen Lily said, although I be sitting pretty on my throne, I'm about that life. Judy Phoenix said, you have to be careful who you choose because stuff like this can happen. Even if me and my spouse had problems, I would never put our business out on Front Street. Miss MJ said, we got your bail money at Queen Lily. Queen Lily said she should have upheld his family values. That's of his mom. So I guess that's something that we have to be mindful of when we marry people, you know, talking about traditions, expectations, in hopes that they'll uphold it, even if we transition on, because they're obviously coming from two different cultures. And she clearly doesn't...
Okay, darling, I just modded you over on TikTok.
Okay. So clearly they're coming from two different cultures, and she doesn't feel like she has to abide by it. She doesn't have to.
Yeah, she should. Yeah, she should have told her story. Yeah.
Let me see. Georgia Peach said, it depends on if he exposed her to his traditions. If he didn't keep traditions, we can't expect her to. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And, you know, we weren't in Twitch's and Alice's household. So we don't know, you know, how they ran their household. But perhaps that wasn't an expectation that he placed on her. And I feel like, is it cold? Yes, it is.
That's a cold piece of work right there.
I think it is cold to put your deceased husband, you know, personal business out there and pretty much open up and show all the skeletons in his closet. But also I feel like that, you know, that's who he wanted to be with. You know, that's who he wanted to be with. So I understand, you know, why his family is upset, but I also understand why some people feel like we should probably mind our business. You know? And Allison says she got to make a coin.
And she making a coin.
And, you know, at this point in time, for the most part, there really is no such thing as bad publicity. This is bringing great publicity to Allison.
It is.
It's really pushing her book. So while some people feel like, you know, what she's doing is wrong, and it is, it's insensitive and it's hurtful, because she's prioritizing how she feels and what she needs, as opposed to thinking about his extended family, his mom, his siblings, his you know, his relatives, etc. And it's unfortunate, but she's choosing to put herself and her children's well-being first.
Yeah.
And she's going through with the book. And so this is great publicity for her, even though she's getting backlash. You know, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. It's really, really tough.
It is. And the book will probably be a bestseller.
Oh, yeah.
Because people want to know.
Because people are talking about it and they want to know what all she's going to reveal. Absolutely. The book is going to do very well. Queen Lily said she need to make a coin telling that she was on that stuff. MJ said, wonder if the next one is black. I definitely think, allegedly, he probably is. Because I think she has a daughter from a previous relationship.
So that's
that tWitch served as a stepdad. So that's just her preference.
She like black men.
She like black men. So.
Well, you know, you like what you like.
You like what you like.
You like what you like.
You like what you like. And the men don't mind.
And the men don't mind.
You know, Twish didn't mind providing for her. I think he adopted her oldest daughter. And then they had kids of their own together. So, you know, he didn't mind sharing his legacy with that woman.
Call me darling, say I wouldn't buy.
Okay, you think he's... Okay, so we don't know. We think he might be white. Is he white or is he black? Is she pulling a Kim Kardashian after dating only black men and she's switching over? Okay. So be it. So this man may be white. Okay, more power to you, girl. I mean, she making money off the deceased husband, so she can kind of go back to...
That's some cold piece of work.
It's cold. It is. But that's who he chose.
That really makes me think that she might have... I don't know,
okay.
y'all.
Cass said the guy she's currently dating is a white CEO. Okay, so she's staying where the money resides.
Okay. So
she's staying where the money
resides.
Where the money resides. Okay. You know, I mean, I understand why people are upset with Allison, but I do feel like it's important that we remember that this is who this man chose to be with and spend his life with. I know he probably didn't anticipate her moving like that, and that's what's so hurtful. And my heart goes out to his family, but as painful as it's to say, this is who he chose, and it sucks. It really, really sucks because they're still grieving. And I think that was very insensitive of Allison to put this book out here.
I think it was too. I think it's a little bit too early. I think it's other ways she could have made money, you know, off of his name. This is just too much. I said, where's Dr. Umar when you need him? I know, right? Where's Dr. Umar when you need him? Exactly.
So it's just a sad situation. It's a sad situation, but you know, this is who tWitch chose. Just like with Kobe, that's who Kobe chose.
And the situation with Kobe was terrible. The situation with him was terrible, and they fought it out for a minute.
They did.
Yeah, Kobe didn't.
They fought it out for a minute with Vanessa.
Yeah.
Miss Ember said Umar out there with his own snow bunnies. Child.
You think Umar out there? Oh, now he say he don't do that.
He say he don't do that. I don't know.
Umar say he don't mess with them snow bunnies.
He say he don't do that stuff.
He said he don't do that stuff.
I don't know. But you know what? You can be with who you want to be with. You know, we don't have no problem with that here at the Sam Nicole and Fifi show.
We don't. Love who you love.
It's just interesting to see the cultural differences because we are taught that in the black community that what goes on in this house stays in this house.
Especially from my generation, Gen X generation.
Gen X and above.
You just don't talk about certain things, okay? You don't say nothing about it. You just act like you ain't hear it and you ain't see it. From the Gen X, okay? All right?
Even if it's something traumatic going
Even
on.
if it's something traumatic.
You just don't say anything, which is awful.
You just don't say anything.
Which is awful.
And that's how it was. Yeah. People have kept secrets.
And I think that's another part of it that's pissing people off. She's not letting it stay within their household. She's choosing to reveal it for monetary gain. But going back to what we said earlier, that's obviously not a part of her culture to conduct herself in that manner. So she's not going to do it. So, you know, I feel like I understand why people are upset, but Allison and her daughter, they say they standing on business. They say they don't give a damn how y'all feel about it. That daughter went on live, and the daughter kind of had a little attitude. And I know she want to protect her mom the same way I would want to protect my mom. But her daughter was really like snarky and a little nasty, like Twitch and Connie. She was calling Twitch mama by her name. And Connie did this, and Connie did that. And Twitch and Steven, you know. So
how old is the daughter?
The daughter, she like in a late teens.
Oh, she grown.
It's her oldest daughter.
She not grown. She a teenager.
Yeah, she's one of her older girls.
Well, a child need to stand in a child's place.
But she feel like she's standing on business for her mom, and she's setting the record straight because this is all over social media. And so she just wants to clear the air and let people know, like, no, y'all not gonna come from my mama like this.
I get it, but
she's
your mama
protecting
wrong.
her mama.
Your mama wrong. Your mama wrong for this. And that's okay. You know?
Miss MJ said, you know they don't raise them right in Hollywood.
Right, Miss MJ? They don't raise them right. Because a teenager back in my day, you
Hey, Sanders RN23.
You say something if you want to, okay?
Baby, her daughter got on live and cussed y'all out. She checked y'all. Y'all ain't got y'all facts together. Yeah. Okay.
Play if you want to.
Okay. Her Allison daughter is standing on business about her mama. She had to come online. She checked Twitch mama.
Yeah.
And the family.
Yeah.
I said, "Ooh, this little girl got some kicks to her."
Yeah,
she not playing about her mama. You know, everybody, and you know, she want to protect her mom. She want, you know, she's seeing stories about her mom that are triggering for her, so she just wants to clarify.
And I get it.
It's getting really ugly.
I get it.
And that's what's sad about it, because this is such an intense and highly emotional situation. You know, emotions are high.
And now I'm thinking that, you know, how is his mom must be elder, because if it was my child.
Yeah, his mom is like in her 60s, and she calling the lady Connie, and the reason
because I would lawyer up.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah. It's always
under the guise of what?
It's always some crack, some opening loophole you can get in to get in on this book deal. That was my child. You know, he wouldn't you know, whatever he accomplishments he got, it had to do with me. Or I would say, you know, she cannot talk about my deceased child like
making
that.
Making fictitious claims.
I'll go get me an attorney.
So you would go after Allison.
Yes.
Legally. If
I was Miss Connie, I would lawyer up.
We're going to call her Miss Connie because we're going to respect her as an elder. The little girl called her Connie. We're going to call her Miss Connie and be respectful.
If I was Miss Connie, I would go get me an attorney. Oh, this what you want to do? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I got you. This what we doing?
Yeah, woman. Well, she ain't standing in no child's play. She checking y'all about her mama.
Yeah,
that little girl. I was like,
I would go get me an attorney, because how dare you write a book about my child and then gonna tell me I got to sign to come in the funeral? Mm-hmm. Oh, baby, it's on like popcorn. Oh, you'll have a fight on your hand, baby. Mm-hmm. I would not be playing with you. Because that's dirty.
It is.
That's dirty.
And it's triggering too.
Very triggering. I'm grieving over my child. You out here with this foolishness? You out here with this foolishness trying to make some money? Come on now. Come on now. You know, and then, you know, the buzz is she might have already allegedly had something, you know, going on with it.
She got a man.
You know, so, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, you might be the reason, you know, my child allegedly is not here. And you ain't really feeling me, and I ain't feeling you, and the step granddaughter ain't feeling me, so let's go. But see, people do that to people who they know that won't fight back. And she's thinking that this is an older, you know, black woman, and maybe she's playing on her emotions and her intelligence, and she's not fighting back. She figured that she's not going to fight back.
Mm-hmm. But so, the little girl is 16 years old, y'all.
Yeah.
The little girl's 16.
But sometimes you got to fight back. Even if you know, it might not be a win. But I'm sure some attorney could find some type of loophole where she could, you know, sue her about something. At least I would try.
I think the book is slated to come out. I'm not sure if it's out already. I think it's slated to come out pretty soon though.
Yeah. If we have any attorneys in the chat, y'all let us know.
And the little girl said her mama had the family sign an NDA because they had an open casket viewing. And she didn't want people taking pictures.
So she thought the mom would take pictures? That's her child?
Yeah, I don't think it's came out just yet from what I'm seeing. So she could potentially try to, I don't know if she could stop it, but she could look into it.
Or get some of the proceeds from it.
Yeah, she could sue her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could sue her for whatever money she makes off the book.
For whatever money she makes off the book.
I would do that.
For sure.
Yeah, Ebony said she could have just said no pictures.
Right, she could have just said no pictures. Yes. So, no pictures.
So do you think that this is about control too? With Twitch's
It's definitely about
widow?
Control. It's definitely about control. I think it is.
And I feel like she probably already had a strained relationship with his family. I just think that.
That's what I'm saying. What was the relationship with them? I don't think they really liked the girl.
Yeah, I think their relationship was already strained. It was already some level of tension anyway.
Yeah.
I just do. The Todd even said, I haven't seen any of his friends or family stand with his wife. Yeah, I don't think they.
And somebody said he was cremated. Close. So what was it to hide?
I don't know if it was open casket. I don't think she cremated him, or at least not for the funeral. No, he wasn't. It was because it was open casket. He wasn't. The Todd even said, I think the mother sent the child out there to do that live. Your little girl is only 16 years old.
And she need to be staying out of grown. When you 16, when I was 16 back in the day, you stayed out of grown folk business.
Well, she said her mom getting hateful comments. He passed away, over 2 years ago? And they sick of it. They getting hateful comments. And they need to set the record straight.
When you 16, you need to stay out of grown folk business. That's just a Gen X point of view.
Stay in a child's place.
You need to stay in a child's place when you're 16. And that's just from a Gen X point of view. You need to stay out of grown folk business and go in your room.
Wow, let's see. Ebony said, others are different for sure. My mom passed away in October and my son's girlfriend has yet to personally give me condolences. Oh, well, our condolences to you, Ebony.
Yes, Ebony.
Yeah. Is that just the way some people are raised?
Some people just not raised. You know, some people just not raised right. You know, people aren't teaching. You know, we were at the movie theater and it was 2 kids, remember, running through the movies.
Oh, yes.
They may have been maybe 6, 6 and 7. And when I tell you they was jetting from the front of the movie theater to the back, just running. No parents nowhere. And I'm thinking to myself, who raising these children? There's no way I would let my child run wild through a movie theater. People going in and out of the bathrooms. People going in and out of the movies. I mean, they just making a whole beeline through the whole movie theater, running full speed.
They had to be maybe 5 and 7.
Yes, and I'm saying, where are they parents at? The parents was sitting up at the bar.
They was pepper children. They was this kind of children.
Yeah, they was this kind. And I'm like, where is they mama?
Just running up and down.
And then I saw them sitting at the bar having a drink.
So we was in a movie theater. If y'all know Silver Spot Cinema in Atlanta, it's at the Battery. You know how inside of the movie theater they have like a bar.
Yes.
So you can sit at the bar, have small bites. You know, it's a nice vibe. And as you are walking further into the theater, that's where the actual theaters are once you walk further back. So the parents were at the bar kicking it, drinking, and their children were in the back by the movie theaters just running back and forth. So God forbid if somebody wanted to take those babies or do anything, their parents were all the way at the front of the building. Their children was all the way at the back running back and forth. They wouldn't have even been able to interfere to protect their children. They just let their babies go off.
People
and run.
don't raise their children nowadays. I see children out doing all kind of stuff. Back in the day, my mama and my aunts and my grandmama, all they had to do was look at us.
Give us stare.
Yes.
Stare you down.
And the same way with Samantha. All I had to do was just look at her.
You would pinch me sometimes.
Don't tell nobody.
I'm ready to tell my story, y'all. I'm ready to tell my story, y'all. Let's talk about it. My book's slated to come out later this year, y'all. I'm ready to tell my story, damn it. She pinched me and told me she was going to beat my...
And I did. I would tell
I'm ready
her.
to talk about it, y'all. I'm ready to talk about
Get
it.
in here and you show your behind. Get over here. Be acting like that while we out here.
I'm
Get
ready.
over here.
I'm ready to talk about it.
And that's
y'all.
all I would have to say. And she would be straight. And sometimes she would do that little, you know how they do that. And I had to get her because I couldn't really, give her a pow out in public. So I would and tell her to get it together. You need to get your stuff together. But nowadays, people don't do that with their children. There's no correction. None.
Queen Lily said, Queen Sammy, I'm sure you were mouthy like I was. Perhaps, but still.
Yes. She had it bad with this jerking back when I would tell her, girl, come on and stop it. And she would jerk back, so I would probably have to get her a little bit. But she turned out fine, didn't she? She's still here, she fine.
That's always what black parents say. Ain't that what black parents say? You turned out fine, didn't you? Why do black parents do that? Let's talk about it. Why do they do that?
She all right.
Why do black parents do that? Why do African American parents do that? You turned out okay.
You turned out okay. You good.
Why do they do that? We got to do better in the community, y'all.
So I say that to say I don't know why people don't hit their children on their behind. Because a good pow ain't never hurt nobody.
And I said, yep, even when have nightmares about those switches.
Nah, I ain't do that. I may have threatened her.
You have threatened to make me get a switch down from a tree.
I did.
You did.
I may have threatened her.
You didn't go through with it, but you definitely did it to scare me, and it worked.
Did I make you go get it?
You definitely was like, yes.
Yeah. And she fine, y'all. She turned out fine.
I'm ready to tell my story. TBD. TBD.
And some people say
on the release date.
Some people say I spoiled Samantha, and she didn't get enough spankings. Some people would say that. But you know, when I knew, I wasn't on my child for every little thing. You know, mainly when she was, she had her moments when she was going through, when she was like bucking up and disrespectful. And I
Puberty,
used to,
yeah,
I used to tell her, I'm on, let's go. And then sometime it would get so bad, and I'm gonna say, you go to your room, and I'm gonna go to my room, and we gonna come out later.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna reconvene and talk about it later. But and people just don't discipline their children. I couldn't believe them kids was running through that movie theater like that.
Baby, they was having a ball while mom and them was getting
And
stuck.
then they heard us say something, and one of them, what did she do to you?
The little girl, I looked back. They heard us say something, and I turned my head to look back at the little girl. The little girl said,
She did like this to Samantha, like. She had some long braids in her hand. She kind of threw her braids back and did like this at Samantha. I say, what?
I said, this cute little heifer. No, she didn't. I ain't mean to call no child. No, just as cute as she could be, acting ugly like that. She said, baby, she heard me talking mess about her.
She heard us talking.
She heard me talking about her. The little girl couldn't be no more than 7 years old, y'all. She said,
just as cute as she want to be.
I said,
She kind of looked at Samantha
like what's up? I said, this little girl, just as cute as she want to be, acting ugly.
Acting ugly.
Why they got that cute little girl acting like that, y'all?
Why
they got her acting like that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me see. CC said, I've told my boys, I can discipline you now, or the police will try to discipline you later. I'm not having it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. The tall diva said, "Oh, they out of control, baby." Because yes, and then the little girl had a nerve to go.
She sure did. I was like, oh. Now see, and the minute somebody would have pulled her in one of them restrooms, her mama would have been hollering on the news,
screaming and crying.
Yes.
My baby
they sitting up there having a drink,
getting lit.
Yeah, but people just don't raise their kids like they used to. How to be respectful, and and how to talk to adults. They just say anything to adults, and it's just different.
Okay, let's see. Cass said, we got spanked in school. Would you be willing to let teachers whip your kids? Well, teachers willing to let teachers whip your kids today?
No, I don't play that. Can't nobody. Because, see, I do it out of love. And other people do it out of anger. I know. If I was so mad, that's why I would tell her, you go to your room and I go to mine, because I was mad. And I didn't want to be disciplining my child out of anger.
Would y'all let that's a good question, Cass. Would y'all let your child's teacher spank them? Or have you guys allowed your child's teacher to spank them when they were cutting up in school? Y'all let us know. Is that something y'all would be okay with? I know I have friends who are educators. Shout out to all my friends that are educators. And a few of them teach in predominantly black schools for APS. No. And they don't spank their kids, but they call them their babies. They love what they do, one. And I think that's important to have, if your babies have teachers that love them, that resonate with them, that's a blessing. So my friends who are educators, they don't spank their babies, but they do have good relationships with their babies, aka their students' parents, to where they can kind of overstep the boundary a little bit and kind of give them that mama / auntie talking to. But that's only because they have that rapport with their students' parents, and their students' parents know that they're not coming from a bad place. They genuinely love their children. They love being educators. And I think it's the fact that it's in there's cultural similarities. There's a black teacher teaching black babies. And I get not all kinfolk or not all skin folk are kinfolk, but in some situations we are kinfolk. And so I know, like my friend, she loves children. She loves black children. She loves all children, but she's a black woman. She loves teaching black babies. And so sometimes she will kind of get that mama tone with her babies when they get out of line. But she doesn't spank them, but she does kind of, the lines do blur.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she will talk to them like she is an auntie
Mm-hmm.
or a mama. She doesn't always take the teacher tone. So for me personally, I would be okay with that if I had that rapport with my child's educator and I knew that they didn't mean my baby any harm, you know. But if their teacher,
So you would let somebody spank your baby?
I would no. I said I would not be okay with anybody spanking my baby. But if you talking to my baby like maybe you an auntie would talk, you know, versus how a teacher is quote unquote expected to talk, I wouldn't be against it. If I knew your heart, I knew your personality, and I knew you didn't mean my baby any harm. Just so we clear, I wouldn't want anybody to spank my child. I'm just saying, if I know my child's teacher and I know they genuinely have a love for children, my child, and we share the same cultural similarities, and I know where they're coming from, I wouldn't be against them saying, sit your children. You know how some of those black teachers be, y'all, on social media. You see how the black teachers interact with their black children. I'm talking about the ones that love their children, not the ones that are abusive or abusing them. I'm talking about the ones that have a heart for their children. Sometimes they do come off like they are auntie as opposed to a teacher. The lines do blur. I'm just saying I wouldn't be against that. Let me see. Cass said my 4th grade teacher had a belt named Betsy. Oh, that's old school right there. Betsy.
Or back in the day when they would take them rulers, they would take about 9 or 10 rulers and put a rubber band around them, and you had to hold your hand out and they hit you in your hand with them rulers.
Yeah, Queen Lily said, I got paddled in school and I slapped the principal. No lie told. She told me she hate me. So Queen Lily, you basically saying you been about this life as a jit, as a small fry. You been about that action. Know it. Queen Lily said, don't let the beautiful face fool you. Don't let the fact I sit on my throne. I'm about it.
So call me down and say, yes, I get what you're saying, Sammy. Okay, she wouldn't be against it.
Like my friend, sometimes she talk to her babies like they her niece or nephew, you know, but she don't mean no harm. But sometimes you do kind of have to get a little tone with kids. Because my friend, she teaches kindergarten. She does. She did pre-K and now she's with kindergarten. So she got the babies. You know, they be jittery and doing stuff. You know how it is.
Thank you, y'all.
You have to talk to them a few times when they little like that.
You gonna do soft parenting. So you ain't gonna pitch your babies.
I'ma try. I'm not making no promises, so y'all don't hold me to it. If in the future I say I pop my child, I don't want you. Remember in 2025, you said you wasn't gonna do that. Don't hold me to that, y'all. I said I'm gonna try to do the soft parenting. I'm gonna pray about it. I'm gonna try. I don't know how realistic that is, but I'm gonna try. Why do you always turn your look down on the soft parenting?
Because I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'll be like, I'm popping them, and you better not tell your mama.
You were gonna be a mean grandma. I ain't sending my children with you. I ain't sending my children with her, y'all. Miss MJ said the PDW high school had no paddling, but Woo Child, that predominantly black school, had paddling. What could go wrong?
Yep, we did too. We had it too.
Queen Lily said, my dad gave permission to spank me, but that principal hated me. I was on demon time as a child. Now I'm an angel, a queen. All right, Queen Lily said, I slap them back. Cass said, I'm not with the spanking either because I think it's a bit lazy. Know your kids. If you have to pop them, it shouldn't be an all the time thing. It should be early on.
Yeah.
Queen Lily said kindergarten is bad kids. They so cute though, Queen Lily. Her kindergarten babies are adorable.
Parents were allowed to pull up. Yeah. To the school. Yeah, they were allowed to pull up.
But now they can call CPS on you if somebody see you spanking your kids in public, right?
Yep, they can. Yeah, take the kids. Yeah, in the sterile. Yeah. Back in it was different when we were growing up, y'all. It was different. And I think I think, me personally, I think a little discipline and a little structure and a little pow ain't gonna hurt nobody. A little, you know, I'm not talking, you know, nothing aggressive, but I think it when they're young.
Miss MJ said, "Get them in that car. It's on and popping."
Yes, yes, yes.
That is so true. That is so many
Yes.
mamas do that, Miss MJ. We have all black kids have all lived the same
I
life.
would whisper in Samantha's ear, "You showing them? I'm gonna get you in the car."
I think all black kids have
I
been
used to
threatened
be in the store and
with
I would
going back
tell
to the
her,
car.
"Hush." She would be in the store just whining, like, "Be God." I literally could not leave the house until after Samantha had taken her nap on Saturdays. Because if I did, it would be a problem. It would be a problem. It was terrible, y'all. It was terrible. It was terrible. But she turned out fine. She got a couple pow-pows and a couple of pensions, but she fine. She fine, y'all.
I'll be telling my story directly, y'all. I'm ready to tell it. I'm ready to Allison.
Ain't nothing wrong with her. Y'all see? Y'all can spank y'all children and they'll turn out just fine.
If Allison can come out and share her story, I can come out. Sammy can come out and share hers. Okay. Allison ain't the only one who's gonna have people. Sure. Let me see. Cass said the problem with spanking though, it tends to teach aggressive behavior. I think
Yeah,
it's probably
they
why
say
it
that.
diminished over the years. Miss MJ said, "Look at her now. She turned out fine." Miss Red said, "Tell it." Thank you, Miss Red. And I is. And I is.
She fine. You know, people. I got my tail whooped. I'm okay.
Let me see.
It wasn't that often.
Let me see. Queen Lily said, "One time I called the police and I got another whipping in front of the police. The white police told my dad he was right. I said, I ain't scared of no police."
Queen, you been hell. Queen is hell.
All right, y'all. So everybody gonna tell their story as they see fit, okay?
But I just think young people now, they don't discipline their kids.
Yeah, because
those two little kids should have been made to sit down.
No, it's 7 p.m. at night. You know, the movie theaters are usually dark, you know, and you up front at the bar getting lit with your homegirl, and y'all babies are running up and down the movie theater. You know, somebody, thank God the babies were okay, but if somebody wanted to do something that was nefarious, they could have easily did it because those children were not supervised.
No, they wasn't. And
thank God we saw them running back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
But had no one, if an adult had not been out there and somebody wanted to do something, it would have been a perfect opportunity. I hate to say that because they just weren't watching them.
You didn't miss much. You're fine. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, period. So, you know, you just have to be
dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do your due diligence with your children, you know.
You really do.
Because it's a lot of predators out there. You know, it's
and
a
make
lot.
kids stay in their place. That 16-year-old daughter, she need to just leave it alone.
She said she can't take no more of the hate comments on social media. She got to set the record straight. She got to clear the air. She said y'all need to back off her and her mama. This is what's going on.
Whatever.
So she got, you know, yeah. All right, y'all. So next thing I want to talk about Travis Hunter. Are y'all familiar with Travis Hunter, the 21-year-old famous, well-acclaimed 2024 Heisman Trophy winner? He's a young man that plays for Colorado University Buffaloes. He's under Deion Sanders. So y'all know Deion Sanders is the head coach for, Colorado University. The Colorado Buffaloes. Well, Travis Hunter is one of their star football players. I think he's like a receiver on the team. Queen Lily said, yes, he's slow. Well, he's a 21-year-old young man. He was the Heisman Trophy winner for 2024. Very talented. He's from Georgia. He actually just bought his mom a 5-bedroom house here in Georgia. And
really?
he seems like a really, you know, nice young man, and you know, seems like he has a good head on his shoulder, but he's been getting a lot of flack on. Miss Red said, yes, queen. Y'all doing that little boy like that. Everybody calling the little boy slow. But anyway, so the little boy is being coached by the Deion Sanders. We all know who Deion Sanders is, right? So the young man is getting a lot of flack and a lot of criticism on social media because of his girlfriend. So basically, his girlfriend, people feel like he likes his girlfriend more than she likes him. Because
obviously,
because they've done interviews and podcast shows together where she was basically talking about how initially she didn't like him, she wasn't attracted to him, but over time, she grew to care about him and love him, but she really wasn't checking for him. And so a lot of people were in uproar, especially a lot of black men on social media. Right. For whatever reason, this situation has been triggering black men a lot on social media.
A whole lot. Black men have been...
They've been doing a lot of reaction videos, think pieces about this young man, because they feel like this young lady, I think her name is Lena, is Travis Hunter's girlfriend. She's of a different race as well. They feel like Lena doesn't really like Travis and that she's only with him because she knows that he has a promising NFL career. Now, mind you, the way Travis was able to buy his mom a 5-bedroom house in Georgia is through his endorsement deals. So even though he's still a college football player, Deion Sanders has helped this young man. He's his mentor. In a lot of ways, he's serving as a father figure to Travis. He's helped him secure different brand deals, partnerships, and endorsements. And so everybody feel like the young lady is with him for the money.
She is. She with him for the money. You seen how that boy look. You know that girl wouldn't be with that boy if he didn't have no money.
Well, he in love, y'all. He love her.
That's why we need to get with people who we match up with. That young lady don't like him. She didn't even like him enough to.
And they're engaged. Up. They're engaged. Excuse me. They're engaged. Miss Red said you right. The wordsmith said you right. Queen Lily said she's masculine. He's feminine.
Yes. Y'all see the way she sat down and didn't get up to congratulate him or encourage him for his accomplishment. Deion had to reach 3 seats over to tell her to stand up.
But she said that was a genuine mistake. She didn't mean no harm by it. She didn't know she needed to get up or not. Well, Travis is in love with her. She is his fiance.
And he was crying over. He said, "Y'all leave him alone. That's the best thing that's ever happened to him."
Yes, Travis Hunter said that she is the best thing that's ever happened to him, and he doesn't appreciate people bullying him and her on social media for their love. He loves her. He wants to be with her, and he doesn't like all the criticism that she's getting. And Queen Lily said she meant harm. Okay. And, Queen. And for a short period of time, it got so bad, the bullying on social media, that Travis and Lena, his fiance, they disabled their Instagram accounts. And Deion Sanders had to step in.
Tell him, yeah.
And Deion Sanders had to step in because, Deion about his money. He had to tell him, he said, "Hey, young man, don't disable your Instagram. You have a lot of brands and products to promote. You have endorsements. Don't disable your social media.
Get out your head about this girl."
He basically telling him, get out your head, get out your emotions. Don't worry about what people are saying. If you want to be with her. But you can't stop the money train.
Right.
Because you in your feelings. Don't disable that Instagram.
Right.
Okay. Cass says she's black, Mexican, and Filipino descent. Okay, I knew she was mixed race. I just couldn't figure out what. Okay, thanks, Cass. So, I think that this is just something that this young man, Travis, he just has to learn. But I feel like if, people I feel like they keep harassing them and bullying them about their relationship, it's only going to make him cling closer to her and hold on tighter to her. I just feel like, unfortunately, even though it's painful to watch for a lot of people, he's going to have to learn this lesson on his own.
Yep.
because this is the woman he wants. And I feel like, we all have had, situations or even seen loved ones or family members in relationships with people who we didn't think were right for them. But the minute you try to tell them about that person that they were with that was not right for them, the more defensive they became, the more agitated they became, the more aggressive they became, the more angry they became towards you every time you try to tell them something about their significant other. And so I think the best approach is to take a step back and let him learn for himself. Because the more people down her, the tighter he holds on to her. That young man really does feel like it's them against the world.
Mm-hmm.
He really does. So he'll have to, right, Cass, our relationships are a risk. He's a grown man. He'll have to figure it out. He'll have to learn. This is a lesson that he's gonna have to learn on his own. Yeah, call me darling. He's gonna have to learn.
Even Bow Wow was trying to give him advice.
Bow Wow was trying to give him advice. Everybody was coming out the woodwork. All the successful black men, just black men, period, whether they were famous or not, have been on social media directing videos at him. Man, don't trust that B. That B this, that B that.
And I'm thinking, is this his first love? This must be his
They've been together since high school.
So it might be his first love and his first piece.
Yeah. Because initially when they were going to college, she said that she told him maybe we should break up. So we can experience college, do so she really don't like him. And then they got back together.
And he probably initiated the back together.
He said he thank God for her. He love her. That's bae. He don't care what y'all think. So I think that's the best approach. I think people just need to step back. And was she the
same young lady that was in another ball player or athlete's DM liking his pictures?
Yeah. And she was at the party, parties, dancing, having fun while he waited in the car for her to get out the party. He got it bad. Yeah. She put that snapper whap on. Baby, I hollered. I said she put that snap on that young man. When they told the story how he would take her to parties and he would stay in the car while she was in the party dancing, having fun. He would wait in the car on her because he didn't want to go into the party. So he would drive her to the party. She would go in, dance, have fun, and then while he would be in the car waiting on her to lead a party. I said she got that snapper. He got it bad. That's why I say y'all can't tell him nothing about her. She got that on lock. So it don't matter what y'all say about her. The fact that he stayed in the car and waited on her while she in there twerking and dancing and sweating it out at the party. It's other men, other athletes there. She not just standing in the corner talking to her homegirls.
You think he's gonna lose his respect for her? He's probably gonna.
He needs to get a good prenup. Hopefully, Deion Sanders can convince him to get a prenup.
Cause Deion ain't about that. For Deion and women, we know how it go with
Deion. Deion ain't playing. Deion Sanders don't care how fine you are.
He don't care how pretty you are, how fine you are. He ain't playing.
He ain't playing about his money.
Deion gonna be Deion.
Deion get real cold, real stiff on him. When it comes to his money.
And slick at the mouth.
Real slick.
Real slick at the mouth.
Real slick.
So he might want to sit down with Uncle Deion.
And I'm sure Deion is in his ear advising him because Deion is like a father figure to him. Deion has an affinity for this young man, and he's really trying to help him and mold him and help him navigate his career and help him to make wise decisions.
Yeah. Because it's only as he goes further into his career, it's only going to get worse.
Right.
It's only going to get worse for them. And she seemed like, she's a friendly young lady because she liking everybody pictures and everybody DM.
She want to party. She want to live her life. And she has a strong personality. If you sit and watch their show, somebody said in the chat she was mastering Queen Lily and Wordsmith says she's masculine. She is. She has a very strong, dominant energy, and she moves to her own beat. And like y'all said, he is the feminine energy in a relationship. Like he's going along with her program. She is the prize. She is the prize. And she's taking full advantage of that, and she's moving accordingly. So when they told that story, I said she put that thing on him. She put that thing on him, baby. I ain't never heard of a man to drop his wait in the car with his girl going there.
I ain't never heard no such thing.
Like he wait in the car. I ain't never heard that.
What black man you know that's gonna wait in the car while you go in a party?
He said he wasn't really trying to go to the party like that, but he drove her to the party. Let me see.
Y'all.
The wordsmith said she's gonna milk that poor guy. Miss MJ said, okay, hopefully he has some kind of legal paperwork to block her access. She is gonna take him for every dime. He needs an airtight prenup. And his mentor, he got the best mentor. I mean, Deion could walk him through it. Deion could teach a course on how to stay stiff on the bed. He could teach a course. Do the Heisman on that. Do the Heisman. Deion is cold. Deion cold.
Deion is cold blooded.
Deion is cold. The way he did Pilar Sanders.
Him and Pilar even don't even want to stand next to each other. That's how low down and dirty he is.
It was vicious, that breakup. It was nasty and so rude. Mm-hmm. That was a nasty divorce with him and Pilar, baby. The wordsmith said, yeah, he blind. Miss Red said, oh, he going to learn real quick. Unfortunately, so. He going to learn the hard way.
He going to learn the hard way.
Yeah, that's going to break his heart.
And like Call Me Darling just said, I'm sure his mom tried to talk to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Queen Lily said, he's cleaving to the wrong woman. She's basic.
There it is.
I read that comment. Okay, the wordsmith said, hopefully that lesson doesn't cost him millions. Unfortunately, I think it might. I think it's going to have to cost him millions, the wordsmith, in order for him to learn this lesson. Yeah, I hate that. Because he seemed like a nice young man. He really does. Seemed like he have a good head on his shoulder. But, I don't know. The Queen Lily said she was grown. He was in high school when they started dating. Okay, I knew one of them was in high school. Oh. He was the one that was still in high school. Okay. Miss MJ saying he will be in others' DM. She will be in others.
Yeah.
The tall diva said she hooked him when he was most vulnerable. Yeah, she did that. Cass said, I guess black men would feel better if he was out here banging multiple women and creating broken homes all over the place. Or if he had the upper hand. They probably, I guess they would feel better if he had multiple women. But this has been really, really triggering for a lot of black men. A lot of these dudes have been coming out of the woodwork and, hey, man, you can't trust. You got to be careful. She using you. She ain't no good. She ain't that. She ain't that. I'm like, we've been telling y'all ninjas that for years. We've been telling y'all ninjas that for years. And not everybody want to, she ain't no good. That hoe ain't no good. We've been saying that about these women.
Yeah, he'll get more options as he get more money. And more money he make, the more the women gonna come out.
And that's why it's gonna get harder for him.
And that's why it's gonna get harder.
Yeah,
that's right.
Georgia P said the hua, yes. Yeah, she didn't make him, but he still chose to stay in the car. That still don't sound right. Let me see. Miss M just said he is what's known as a fool. Queen Lily said she's older than him. He was in high school. That chick was grown. Oh. So do you think she's also using that over him too?
She could be.
The wordsmith said he will lose his respect amongst men. Yeah, he already is. That's why all the men are in such an uproar. They're trying to convince him to come back. But they already feel like he's going back.
Queen say he waited 4 hours. Hell no. He did not wait in the car for 4 hours.
He didn't go in. He waited on her. I told you.
For 4 hours?
I told you.
He waited in the car for this girl to go on a party for 4 hours? Oh, yeah. She got him wrapped around
her finger, baby.
She got him wrapped around now. I need to talk to her, see what she do. I need a couple of them like that. I need to talk to her, see what she do. She had him waiting in the car for 4 hours while she went in a party
with some other ninjas.
And threw her tussy in a
with some other athletes. Period, girl. Yeah, and you know what? I ain't gonna hate the play. I'm gonna hate the game. I ain't gonna hate no player. I'm gonna hate the game. I'm gonna hate the game. I ain't gonna hate no player.
I see why all the men mad.
That's why they mad.
Y'all need to get him. Cause that ain't normal.
That's why they doing think pieces on TikTok and Instagram. I said, I ain't never seen ninjas do all these think pieces.
4 hours?
Yes. Woman of Wealth says she got that baby gorilla grip. Okay. Okay, Woman of Wealth. We know about that gorilla grip. Okay.
Okay.
We know about that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fonnie.
4 hours in a car.
Yes. Yes, when you marry your college Uber driver. Georgia Peach Pilar messed him up.
Yeah.
I don't think Deion thought that Pilar was going to fight. I think he thought he was going to be able to punk Pilar. But Pilar got some spunk to her.
Yeah, she does.
You remember how in love they were on that reality TV show?
Y'all remember the reality
Y'all
TV
remember
show?
the Deion Sanders reality TV show that he had with Pilar? I think it was on We
And
TV.
Deion, he could have left Pilar down there at the Macy's counter in Lenox. But he had to have her, so
Yeah.
he picked her up at the Macy's counter down at Lenox. And he thought he was gonna run circles around her, but she gave him a fight though.
Yeah, y'all, is Pilar Sanders still with Jay Prince? After she broke up with Deion Sanders, she got with Jay Prince. You know that guy from Houston who was a former drug dealer in the 80s. And now he's a record label owner. He's like a big deal in Houston. Is she still with any of our Houston people or the people who keep their ears to the street? Is Pilar Sanders still with Jay Prince? Because she used to be on Instagram walking around his mansion. Are they still together or not? I ain't mad at Pilar. She said, I'm going from one baller to the next. And another one, baby. You ain't stopped nothing. Because I'm still fine.
Okay.
And she fine.
Okay.
Pilar looks good.
Yes, Jay Prince. Yeah.
Yeah, she was with Jay Prince. I wonder if she's still with him. Yeah. I wonder if she's still in his mansion. The wordsmith said he needs to run his athletic tail away from her. KM Fox said she put that claw on him. K Fox, this her paw, and she just sunk it deep into him. That's what she did, KM Fox.
I wonder did she bring him a cold drink out to the car while he was waiting?
He probably like, no, honey, I don't want to drink. No drinking and driving. I want to get us home safely, baby. You know I can't drink. No, boo.
She had left that boy
In the car. He is slow. He is slow. I hate to say it. He's slow. That baby's slow.
She went into the party and
left him. That baby slow. I'm sorry.
4 hours. Y'all, that is crazy to me. I thought maybe she went in there for a few minutes and came on
No,
out.
she went to party.
Oh my goodness.
She went to party.
He's slow like Queen said.
Bless his heart. Deion said he's writing the prenup. Okay. Praise God. Miss Red said Deion said he's writing the prenup.
Okay, Deion writing the prenup. All right, Deion.
So he gonna get him. He gonna get it
Deion
together.
Sanders gonna get him right.
He gonna get him right.
Okay, Deion writing the prenup.
Travis gonna be fine, y'all. He gonna, If Deion have a hand in it, he gonna make sure.
He gonna be
Travis
all right.
just gonna have to listen to Deion.
Yeah.
Queen Lily said he hasn't had many experiences to stick with her. He needs to sow his royal oats.
Yeah.
He's surprised in this situation. She was an OnlyFans model.
Oh, she was an OnlyFans model.
Period said, I hate to speak on young people because they just need time to grow, but she's for the streets.
Yeah.
The Tall Diva said he must have very low self-esteem. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I don't to do the way he's behaving, your self-esteem, it can't be that high. He has to learn. And Deion is trying to help him. Yeah. He has to learn. Yeah. But then this also, like you said earlier, this shows us why it's important to like who likes you. You know? Sometimes we always want what doesn't want us. And that's a painful thing, a painful lesson. Queen Lily said, well, he better teach that slow boy.
Yeah.
Let me see. He needs a male role model bag. Yeah, Deion is trying to serve as that for him. She probably don't even speak to his mother. She drop a baby, it's a wrap. Yeah, that'll be next.
Mm-hmm.
She'll have a baby next. Secure that bag.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yep. Let me see. The wordsmith said if the role was reversed, everyone would be yelling, grooming, and worse. Probably so. Yeah. Yeah. Queen Lily said Hispanic witchcraft. Oh Lord. They do a lot of that in the industry.
Yeah, Queen.
They do a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. That's very, very common. Miss MJ said until he realized there are some better than she is. Yeah. Yeah, there's only a year difference. Okay, Quinlan said no, she was in the club bending over for men. Oh. All right. Georgia Peach said, did she go after him or did they meet somewhere? She'll be making sure he gets signed, then baby, I'm pregnant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I think he pursued her. I think he met her through her brother. And I think he was interested in her and she was kind of playing him to the left. And then eventually she gave in. Because I saw something about people saying that they think that her and her brother are trying to basically pull a fast one on him and set him up to make a come up off of him.
Yeah.
But at this point, you know, this young man, unfortunately, he's known more so for his relationship than he is for his athletic achievement.
Yes.
And that's an issue.
That's a good point.
I mean, not to take away from him, he was the 2024 Heisman Trophy winner, which is a huge accomplishment in sports. But I know him more so about his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. That's what I see him on social media for. It went viral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Queen Lily got the backstory. She said he went in her DM and the brother told her to stop ignoring him because he would be a pro ball player. So they running a 2-man on his ass. Okay. I knew her brother had something to do, but I wasn't clear. Okay. Thank you, Queen Lily. Okay.
So that's what it is.
Okay. Well, he asking for it at this point. I hate to say that. Because he's only 21. He's so young. But he asking for it at this point.
He asking for it at this point.
He asking for it. He asking for it.
And he said, y'all leave him alone.
And he said, leave him and his girlfriend alone. Leave them alone.
He said, we gonna leave him alone.
We gonna leave him alone. I ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gotta worry about me. He ain't gotta worry about me. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just gonna be looking, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. This is who they want to be with.
This who they want.
This who they want.
Yeah.
These are the women they want.
These are the ones they want.
Yeah. These are the soft, fit, and friendly, feminine women they say they want. Mm-hmm. So let them have it.
Yeah.
I say, Lena, run it up. Run it up. Lena, put yourself on, put your brother on, put your family on, because he won't listen. So you know what? I ain't gonna hate the player. I'm gonna hate the game. I'm not mad at him.
I'm not mad
Run
at
it up.
Run it up.
Run it up. Because he ain't listening. He ain't listening. He ain't listening. He ain't trying to hear it. So that's a lesson in love.
Definitely a lesson in love.
That's a lesson in love right there. Ignoring the red flags.
And this is a male that's ignoring the red flags. So we all, it's just a thing about being in love and wanting who you want, and you just turn your head and ignore the red flags. It don't matter a woman or a man.
I mean, he literally has the world at his feet. So many opportunities.
Yes.
So many opportunities. So many so many paths he can take.
Yes.
I mean, people are singing his praises right now, and this is what he's choosing to share the spotlight with.
Yep.
He gotta learn
as he goes further into his
Cam
career.
Newton would never.
Hell no, Cam Newton would never. She'll be crying right about now if it was Cam Newton.
Cam Newton would have her.
That's one thing about Cam Newton. You ain't hear when Cam Newton came out. You ain't hear none of this foolishness about Cam Newton and no girl.
It was about him.
It was about him.
And anybody he dealt with had to get in line.
And get in line. And they had to get in line quick.
Or they could get the gone.
Cam Newton would never.
Okay.
Never.
He wasn't sharing the spotlight with nobody. It wasn't that much love in the world for him. Okay?
Not for Cam Newton. Cam Newton ran through him like water.
Okay.
He had one after the other.
Knocking them down.
Knocking them down.
Boop, boop, boop,
all
boop,
throughout
boop.
his career. He ain't settled down with one of them.
And still ain't settling down.
And still ain't settled down.
Quiet as it's kept, he just playing house with
Quiet, yes. Cam Newton ain't no joke. He need to go talk to Cam. Cam need to get him on the show. Get him on his podcast.
But then he really gonna be worse. He gonna turn him into a monster. Then he get with Cam. He gonna be a monster.
Cam need to put a bug in that boy ear.
He gonna make him a monster, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I don't know. And this is a good lesson about guarding your heart too.
Ooh,
and using discernment.
Yes.
You gotta guard your heart.
You gotta guard your heart. Yes.
And you gotta know who to share it with and who not to.
Yes.
And I think that's gonna be one of the biggest lessons that this young man needs to learn. For whatever reason, this is just a part of his life's journey, and this is just a lesson he needs to learn about guarding his heart and trusting his intuition and using his discernment.
Yes. Yes. And I hope he focus on his career, because I'm sure that he is going to bring generational wealth to his family.
He already is. He bought the mama that
He already bought the
house.
mama, and then
it's already
he can
coming
keep
into
on
fruition.
helping and not let this young lady take him off his path, his destiny, because that's his path. Don't be distracted. We are so easy to get distracted when God put a blessing in front of us.
You get tested.
You get tested. Here come Lucifer, little sister. Here she come. That Jezebel spirit.
Baby, heavy on
that
it.
Jezebel spirit.
Heavy on it, baby.
To get these young men off of their path and their destiny.
She's definitely tapping into what we call that dark feminine energy.
Yes.
That Lilith energy for sure.
Yes. And as mothers of black young men, we have to teach our black young sons about that Jezebel spirit, because that Jezebel spirit will mess them up. It will mess them up. Okay? So we really got to talk to them about that. And I think that's what she is. She's a distraction.
And her motives are not pure.
No.
And it's painfully obvious.
Yes.
Yeah, it's painfully obvious.
Yes.
And unfortunately, her brother and her family, they're going to make her come up. Yes. Who said that? Queen Lily, yes. Like Vanessa Bryant.
Yes.
No disrespect to Kobe, rest in peace, but Vanessa Bryant and her family made a come up off of Kobe.
Yes.
A huge come up.
A huge one.
A huge come up. And allegedly they said her mama was doing a little
what Queen said
to manipulate Kobe. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It was doing a little Santaria. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Lex Rich said that's why upstanding mentors from the community are needed for our new entertainers. Coaches and managers steer them to YT women. It starts in college. They separate them from the student body. Okay. Okay. Queen Lily said, I was called Lilith as a child. All right. She definitely tapping into that energy.
Yes.
Yeah. She will.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he marries, she will be in charge. Okay.
Well, he gonna have to get some things set, and I hope he gets things set in stone. Because once they get married, if he doesn't have anything established legally prior to the marriage, it's a wrap.
Well, Deion is working on that. Uncle Deion Sanders is gonna help him and mentor him, and I hope he listens. Deion.
Please.
He needs, and this is when our black young men need men to surround them and talk to them about stuff like this. Man, you about to make a lot of money out here. Hoes gonna be coming from everywhere.
Left, right, left.
Boom, 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 boom.
Everywhere.
There go ho. There go ho. There go ho.
Ho, 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 ho. Ready.
Okay.
And they so cold with it, y'all. They follow, they playing, they season schedule. They know what after spots they gonna be hanging out at after the games. They know what restaurants they going to before and after the games. They study them. They do their homework.
Yes.
They had their facts together.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a game.
Yep.
These hoes is serious. They real professional with it.
Yes, they gonna be falling out the sky. Yes, call me
Okay.
dog. Yeah.
They know how to place themselves accordingly, and they're strategic.
Yes. Yes.
So he's gonna need a group of mentors in his ear constantly.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. But yeah, y'all, that's what we got tonight, y'all. Anything else? We good? All right, y'all. So yeah, we
Let's
just
see
want
what else they saying. Did anybody else say something?
Let me see. Queen Lily said, I believe she's his first.
I think so too, Queen. I said that gotta be.
She put that thing on him.
Gotta be.
You got that whip appeal. Okay. She put that thing. Where he going? Where he going? Okay, she got that on lock. Lex said they are planted there and selected by coaches and managers. They moved the black out the way. All right.
That is.
All right. Ebony said, I think we may be the only race that teaches our daughters not to go dig.
Ooh.
Not to be hypergamous. Yeah. We teach our daughters what?
That's a good point.
Okay. Queen Lily said her family is coaching her.
Yes.
Their families coach them too. Yes. Yes. That reminds me of the movie Get Out. Y'all remember the movie Get Out? At the end, the daughter was like researching all of the different up and coming black athletes that were up for the draft and who she could get with. They do teach their daughters that. They do. And to your point, Ebony, usually when we're coming up, what are we getting taught? That you need to go to school, get educated, and be independent, and don't depend on no man for nothing. Don't worry about no man. Focus and get your lesson. Get your education. Mamas don't send us to college to get no husband.
I said it.
My mama said, I want you to get your lesson, get educated, and not have to depend on the man for ish. My mama didn't send me to school talking about find your husband, get your MRS degree. We actually have a video about that. Where we talked about that. We did a show about that years ago.
One of our big videos.
We'll link that in our community tab and put the link to that video in our chat so you can look at that video. But that's a really great point you brought up, Ebony, about a great point, Ebony, how as black women, we are oftentimes, when we're sent to school, we're sent to get that BS, that MD, that PhD, you know, that JD. We're not sent to also think about getting that MRS degree, you know. And so that does have an impact on our dating because a lot of times we are told to stay focused, you know.
And I was one of those that I told her, you get your lesson.
Don't worry about number one.
You got plenty of time for that.
That's what we talk.
You get your lesson.
That's what we talk.
And I was one of them mothers.
I'm one of those daughters that was told that. Get your lesson.
And that's only because I wanted her to do better than me.
Right.
My mother didn't tell me that. They wasn't telling us that back then. All I saw was people get out of high school and get married when I was growing up. College wasn't really pushed like that. And I knew in order for her to be able to thrive better in society, better than I did, because I was a non-traditional college student, and I didn't want her to be like that. So I said, you focus on getting your lesson, because I was trying to be somebody's wife. I was trying to be somebody's wife, and I didn't want that for her. I wanted her to get educated, and then you do what you want to do after that. And so, you know,
Yeah, mothers don't mean no harm. It's just
I didn't mean any harm.
Our parents mean well, but
we only do what we know.
Right.
You know?
With the information that we have, we do the best we can.
We do the best we can.
Yeah, but that was a great point. So yeah, y'all, we did a video specifically about that topic. We're going to link that in our community tab, and when we link it, we want y'all to comment and let us know what you think about that video. But yes, y'all, let me see. Lex Rich said the financial legacy of YT families are built off the backs of us. That makes me think about the Kardashians. And when Ray J did that X tape with Kim Kardashian and how the family took off. I mean, back in the day, Kim Kardashian was Ray J's sister Brandy and his mom's assistant.
And look at them now.
And look at the Kardashians now. They used to be the help for Ray J's mom.
The Kardashians
and Ray J's
were
sister.
The help.
To a black family.
To a black family.
And look at where they're at now.
And look at where they're at now.
And that's in spite of their father being a famous attorney that worked on cases with, what was his name? Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran, yeah.
They were still in service roles despite that. They were working for a black family. So isn't that interesting? So that's a good point, Lex Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, Queen Lily said, yes, education and work. So yeah, y'all. This is a great show. We talked about a lot of stuff tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. That's pretty much all we got. Thank you to everybody that joined on TikTok. Shout out to everybody that's going to be watching the replay. Queen Lily said they stole from the Norwoods. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Queen.
Yeah. They stole money from them. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yes, thank you guys for joining the live tonight. That's all we got. We ain't got no more. But we appreciate you guys for checking in with us tonight and joining the live. If as you're on your way out, if you'll please just go ahead and double tap the screen to like the live, or in the upper right hand corner, click on the 3 dots and hit the like button. We would greatly appreciate it. Same thing for the people.
Like it over on TikTok. Call me darling.
Same for the people who are watching the replay down below. If you'll hit the like button, we'll greatly appreciate it, y'all. Thank you, Queen Lily. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for everybody for joining the show and engaging with us. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Make sure you check out Fifi on her channel. Sensational Sundays. The link to her channel is in our description box if you just want to see strictly.
Please go over there and subscribe to my big channel.
Big channel.
Big channel.
Please subscribe over there so you can get all your strictly Gen X content. All right? I'm Sam Nicole. This is Fifi with the Sam Nicole and Fifi Show. We're going to see y'all later, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Miss MJ. We appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night, y'all.
Bye. Call me darling. See you tomorrow.